L'shana haba'a b'Yerushalayim, next year in Jerusalem. These are the words that we utter at the end of our Passover Seder. We also proclaim them at the end of Yom Kippur. What a powerful sentiment, next year in Jerusalem. As a matter of fact, this sentiment serves as the underlying theme for the last of our panels of the stained glass windows in our beautiful sanctuary. The golden hue of Jerusalem's stone walls beckoning us to return. And yet, what if we don't have any intention at all to be in Jerusalem next year, neither to live or to visit? How can we say these words truthfully if Jerusalem is not in our travel plans? That's an important question, a question that I would like to give an answer to at this time. This answer comes from all places, a made-for-TV movie. The movie was aired in 1992, and it was called Something to Live For, the story of Allie Goertz. It starred Molly Ringwald. She played Allie Goertz, a young woman from the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Allie contracted AIDS from one sexual encounter with a young man at a club who, unbeknownst to her, was bisexual. The movie depicts her struggle with AIDS as a young, wealthy, heterosexual female, a rare demographic in the early years of the AIDS epidemic. At a certain point in her treatment, Allie enters an AIDS clinic where she meets a young man, an Israeli named Ben. Allie shares with Ben her lament that she might not be able to experience many of the joys of life because of her AIDS. She asks Ben about his feelings. Ben says that he wishes that he could learn to fly like his brothers did. Allie says that she's afraid that she will never have babies. Ben tells her not to say that. He tells her to stay positive. And then he gives her a book by Dr. Bernie Siegel called Love, Medicine, and Miracles, all about staying positive, about looking forward, envisioning a better, healthier life. Worrying only makes you sicker, he tells Allie. And then he tells her that all his life he had dreamed about living in the United States, and now he can only dream of returning home. Allie does get better for a time, well enough to speak to teenagers about the dangers of AIDS. Tragically, she learns that Ben dies, and in her sadness she opens the book he gave her and looks at the title page. Ben wrote an inscription on the title page. It reads, "Dear Allie, next year in Jerusalem, love, Ben." That touching scene shed a new light for me on those ancient words, next year in Jerusalem. For next year in Jerusalem, I realized, is not only about where we will be, it's about where we are. Ben challenged Allie to see herself on the road to recovery, on the road to her place of redemption. And so it was for our ancestors as well. Each year at Pesach, often living in foreign lands, surrounded by hostile neighbors, our Bubbas and Zetas proclaimed next year in Jerusalem. With those words, they were not only in Poland or Russia or Morocco. When they said those words, they were on the road to Jerusalem. And so it is for us. Certainly as a proud Zionist, I hope when we say next year in Jerusalem, we will all set our sights on the real Jerusalem. But I hope as well that when we say these words at the end of our Seder, we can affirm that we are also on the road to our own personal place of redemption, perhaps to a place of reconciliation with loved ones, to a place of healthier bodies and souls, to a place of inner peace and wholeness. L'shana haba'a b'Yerushalayim, next year in Jerusalem. This year, let us say these words with hope, hope for a better world, for our families, for our people, and for all humanity.